Well, Stranger Things fans, the wait for season 5 is finally over. What's going on, everybody? It's Ty the TV Guy here, back with another video, and I can finally say Stranger Things season 5 is officially here, just a couple days away at the time I'm posting this video here. And so I couldn't be more excited for this final season, of course. It is this bittersweet moment in which I'm sad that my favorite show is ending, but at the same time, all good things do come to an end, and it's really important to have a good ending, and I'm excited for the events that are going to happen in this final season, and I'm just ready to soak it all in to enjoy these final few episodes and moments with our beloved characters. Before I get into kind of my spiel here, where I'm talking about what this show means to me and how excited I am for this last volume in general, give a like to this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so all your support helps. But yeah, everyone, Stranger Things 5 is here. I've loved this show for so many years now. I do have to admit that I wasn't a season oneer, okay? I didn't watch directly after season 1. In my defense, season 1 and 2 came out a lot quicker, consecutively than all the other seasons have. And so, it was just 2016 and then 2017. So I did start watching in late 2017 after season 2 came out, and I saw my mother and sister watching, and I thought, this looked pretty interesting. I mean, at the time, I didn't even watch TV shows, maybe like a sitcom here and there casually, but I didn't watch like series. And so this was, one of the first series I sat down and actually watched. And, I definitely fell in love with it from the start. A cool aspect of it was that, I'm 22 and I was always kind of the same age as the actors playing the younger characters in the show growing up. And obviously that's still true now and will always be true. And so it was like I kind of got to grow up with them as they were growing up through the show. And so it was a big part of my childhood and early adulthood now that way. It's kind of like a cool transition process there. And really my fandom grew with every new season release. After I watched the first 2 seasons, I loved it. I loved it even more after my rewatch, I think, before season 3. I fell even deeper into it. I was like, wow, this is better than I remember even. And then, season 3 came out, absolutely loved that. Got super hyped, had like a little watch party for season 4. Got so into it after season 4, and that's when I knew I had to create this channel. Stranger Things is my favorite show. Of course, as you can see on my channel, probably 70-80% of my videos are about Stranger Things so far, and I do plan to change that in the future, and that's going to have to change. I plan to continue with this channel, and Stranger Things isn't going to be releasing new content because this is the last season. There'll be spin-offs and stuff like that, but it won't be the same. But regardless, I am going to keep Ty the TV Guy going, and my goal in the coming years is to watch more shows. I've watched, several, of course, and there's several that I'm passionate about, but this is the one that I've always been most excited to talk about on a daily basis, and so it's just what I've made my videos about, and a lot of people like it too. But regardless, it inspired me to start this channel. It's been a big source of happiness for me, especially in recent years of my life, and so this show has meant a lot to me, and it's kind of crazy that the final season is here, and this is obviously the peak of my fandom. I mean, I'm wearing the Stranger Things hat, Stranger Things shirt, you can't really see it, but yeah, I absolutely love this show, and I always will. And it's kind of funny because a lot of people I've talked to over the years, especially recently as I'm like a young man, young adult now, people are kind of surprised, like, Stranger Things? You like that show? Like, isn't that a little kid's show or something? If somebody's like a casual viewer or doesn't know the show that well, and I'm like, yeah, Stranger Things is my favorite show, whether it's surprising to you or not. It is something that I'm really into, have gotten really geeked out about, and I'm not afraid to admit it. It's kind of like the first time I've ever been like this about something in my life, like really geeked out and not afraid to hide it. Like, I wear this hat everywhere. I, go do Stranger Things trivia. I talk about it with friends and relatives as much as I want to. And obviously I post on here out the wazoo about it as well. So it's been interesting. It's opened up like a new piece of myself, and it's just a spectacular show. And as for why I love the show so much itself, I can explain it to some degree, but then, it's also hard to explain in a way because, of course, I love so many technical elements of the show. I mean, I think it's overall, not saying there's not, plot holes here and there or, lapses in performance occasionally, but overall, I think it's a superbly written and performed show. Great acting performances all throughout. The casting for this show was perfect. Every actor feels like, when they play this character, the characters feel real, maybe more so than any show I've ever watched. And so that feeling of it is really special to me. I also just love the blending of genres that you get with Stranger Things, but doing more things, in my opinion, with the show doesn't lead to a lack of quality. Sometimes when you try to be good at a lot of things, it can, kind of spread yourself too thin, and then you're okay at a bunch of things, but not great at one thing. And I think Stranger Things does a lot of things, but they're great with all of them too. I mean, so many different storylines, so many different subgenres within this, and genres, like I said. I mean, you're getting horror, sci-fi, comedy, drama, mystery, just to name a few, all in this show, and it feels so natural and authentic to what it's been from the start. And like I said, I'm not saying it's a flawless show. I think there's other shows out there that maybe you could argue technically are a little less flawed, and are more tightly written and just have like the best character arcs ever and stuff like that. And I'm sure a few shows pop to mind when I say that. But as far as the feeling that this show evokes, for me personally, it is unmatched and something I've never experienced before. And it's now gotten to the point where this is my favorite piece of entertainment. And, season 5 is my most anticipated piece of entertainment ever. I'm a big hip-hop music fan. I love Kendrick Lamar, for example, and other artists. I love their albums. I get really excited for them. I've never been as excited as I am for this. Same with movies. I've never been excited like this for another movie or another TV show. So this is it, man. This is what I've been looking forward to for so long, and we know they've made us wait. Sheesh, it's been a while, but we finally have this final season now, and yeah, kind of what I just explained there is why it means so much to me. And I guess people were surprised that, this is kind of my favorite thing, because, I'm into hip-hop music. I've always been like a sports fan. I kind of like things, I guess, a traditional like boy and slash man, would be interested in. But I love this show. I don't think it's too little kiddie, even though I did fall in love with it when I was still a kid, of course. But I continue to love it into my early adulthood and continue to defend the fact that I think it's really high quality, and I think it's helped that the scale and maturity of the show has increased as the seasons have gone along, and has the actors that are also my age have gotten older as well. I think it caters well to them. So yeah, it's been an awesome journey, and I cannot wait for this final season, of course. And so yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and say thank you to Stranger Things. Essentially, it has brought me a lot of happiness in my life. I'm sure more is to come here over the next couple months. I even went down to Georgia earlier this year with my mom on a trip. We looked at all the locations. I have a bunch of apparel. I have decorations in my room. I mean, just wanted to come on here and talk about why I love this show, and what it means to me and my journey with it a little bit. The last thing I want to touch on here, guys, is just what my video release schedule is going to be like for season 5. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you're going to get so many videos over the next month and a half or so, of course. So just speaking strictly with volume 1, I'm going to do an episode by episode review. So each of the first 4 episodes will get their own full-length video where I'll do a review, giving my thoughts, analysis, and final scores for those episodes. And then I'll also do a full volume 1 review video as well. So that's 5 videos right there. And then I'm going to be doing character rankings, probably character drafts with another creator or family member. I'm going to be doing, rewatching of some of my favorite moments from volume 1 and talking about what they could mean for, the rest of the volumes that we have to come later in December. And I'm also going to, do updated survivability tier lists, basically who I think will and won't die and who's most likely to, based on what we get in volume 1. And so those are just some of the video ideas that I know I'm going with. I'm sure as I see the episodes and what's going down with our characters, I'll be inspired to create even more than this. So you can expect a lot of videos coming after volume 1, and of course after the other ones as well, but kind of focused in on these first 4 episodes, the first batch, so to speak. And so can't wait to share that with you guys. And, like I said earlier, if you're looking for, a good source for Stranger Things content, you can hit up that subscribe button. But that's about all I have for this video, guys. Just kind of wanted to write my love letter to Stranger Things, not to be weird, but like I said, I'm geeked out about it and I don't care anymore. But yeah, that's kind of my intention here. I appreciate you guys for following along. If you made it this far, comment down below why you love Stranger Things so much. Kind of if you can explain the special feeling that it might give you. Like I said, it's something kind of intangible. There's other shows or other pieces of entertainment that might be, according to some people, objectively better. But I still think this is super high quality objectively, and it just makes me feel something I don't feel with anything else. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the support, and I'm so ready for season 5. Let's do it. Peace out.